Thank you, Mr Mayor. I wonder if we should add something to this motion to support the people who in Pendle who are affected by this, to remove their consent to having their data shared. It's an incredibly complicated process. There are guides out there, but if you are a carer or if you are a parent, then just to scrap the consent to have this data shared with this abhorrent company, there's 3 separate processes to go through, and it's quite overwhelming and also very difficult to find out how, because that information is not freely shared on the NHS websites. So I wonder if Pendle Council could share a resource on Facebook, for example, with a link to a guide on how to revoke consent for their personal data to be used in this way. I'm unsure if that is legal. There are guides out there by charity organisations who advocate for patients' rights. And I do believe it's in every councillor's interest here to raise awareness for this. Because people in our community, their privacy is being stripped away. And, I mean, Palantir is saying they won't use it for anything else other than developing this. But time and again, US companies have shown that they do not care about our data rights. And they will just store that data without telling anyone they've done it and use it against people. And all it takes is one government in the future, or even just, I don't know, a techno feudal god king of the US, a billionaire who owns, you know, a social network, for example, to secretly buy this data and use it to target people in a way that is so detrimental to civic rights. I mean, this is the scariest thing that I've ever encountered in my time as a councillor. NHS data is the most valuable patient data set in the world. No other country has this amount of patient data accessible and categorised in the way that the NHS does. And it has been sold off. In fact, it hasn't even been sold off. 330 million quid. We're paying them to take it. And all for the promise that we can buy it back. We can buy the tools back they're making with this. Why can't the government hire some AI developers to do this for the NHS? We could have a sovereign, British-owned organisation working for the NHS, under the NHS, that instead of, you know, fleecing us dry for our taxpayer money, that just delivers what Palantir promises in a way that reserves patients' rights and won't lock us into a contract forever and a day that we can't ever think of even leaving because they're the only company on earth who have developed the tools that they're making. I mean, it's basically asking, please Palantir, make a monopoly on the way our NHS runs and we'll be indebted to you for the rest of our lives. Because once they make these tools with our data, they don't need to respect any amount of contract because they'll be the only person that can bid. We'll just pay as much as they ask for. And West Streeting is corrupt, it's been bought out, and I think absolutely we shouldn't allow this to pass.